I really feel 2025 has made one thing very clear, that this year will be highly unpredictable, except for one thing. And that is, this is the year of disrespect. Disrespect, not just any type of disrespect, public disrespect. We're just in the first month, and I'm sure you can already think of a couple of moments you've been like, this is another level of disrespect. It's all a part of the year. And so is this. This fits in perfectly if you haven't noticed already. This is a wife who decided to Photoshop out her husband's face and replace it for her crush. If you can tell there, she's responding back to a message and a comment someone left that says, I think she is trying to manifest him. Who's him? Well, that's the celebrity's face who's been replaced there, where her husband should be. She wants him to be the daddy of her kids, right? She wants him to be the man who impregnate, let's just call it for what it is. That's what you're saying here. You wish he was the one who was busting the cheeks and gave you those kids. Now you might be saying, Chisha, come on, man. You're always taking things too far. There's no way she wants him to be their daddy. Keep watching. Keep watching. The disrespect is crazy. But first, who is Aaron Pierre? Aaron Pierre is an English actor whose name I may be slaughtering here because I really don't know much about him. I think I've got a photo here. By the way, guys, am I tripping about this? Is this something that's not a big deal? If you're a guy who's in a relationship, you got a girl, maybe you're engaged, fathershaverights.com, by the way, to get the #1 guide to drafting a solid and legally binding prenuptial agreement for free. Use offer code REVIEW. You're welcome. Or maybe you're married like myself. Am I tripping to look at this and be like, this is highly disrespectful? And let me know, right? I appreciate the fact that sometimes I know I differ with you guys when it comes to opinions and stuff. And it's the coffee pot and we all drink coffee. And I'm willing to accept it. If I'm like, maybe I'm the only one that thinks this is highly disrespectful. But this is the guy. A lot of chicks like him, particularly black women, really think he's very attractive. And here's the thing, though. There's nothing wrong with admiring an actor, whether you're a man or a woman, right? We all have our favorite female actors as guys. We've had them ever since maybe you were young, or maybe that changed over time. That's not what this is about. This is about public humiliation. And that's what this is. A little bit about this actor is when it comes to, like black male actors, what I've noticed is they have to go through the different phases of approval. They have to go through the fire. The first question everyone wants to know is, does he date black women? Is he like Chisha Zed and has a beautiful black wife? Well, Chisha, we don't care about you. Okay, whatever. But they have these checkpoints, right? And that's the first thing they wanted to know. I personally think this is funny because as like I've always said, don't make a big deal out of people dating outside of the race. But like 30% of the fangirls fell off after this picture came out. This is like when they went to go search for pictures of Michael B. Jordan with white chicks, and they were like, no, of course he is, right? But if he wasn't in an interracial relationship, and again, it really doesn't matter, but if he wasn't, then it would be, is he a simp? Does he know that he must bow down? You know who passed all those checkpoints with flying colors? That would be someone like Russell Wilson. You know who's an example of someone who did not? That would be someone like Jonathan Owens, right? We like that, yeah, you're an NFL player, even though we complain that they never date black women. We love it, but you got to bow down. That's that, just a side note. And so you guys might be asking, Chisha, you're making a big deal out of this whole thing, and we don't really see the problem with this photo. I think it's madly disrespectful. Let's see what the comments have to say down below. I'm sure the women all think it's funny because most of them are unmarried. This top comment says, my type of delulu. So being delusional about a man who's not your husband is acceptable. And being publicly just open about that is acceptable. Maybe. Another person who says, that's actually sad. Oh, shit. Here's somebody who agrees with me. They're saying this is sad. She responds and says, don't be sad, baby. Wow. Somebody else who says, the husband after being replaced. The crying emoji. Another person who says, girl, such a beautiful family. What are you talking about? Aaron Pierre is my daddy. Oh, so here comes back to the daddy conversation. And when you thought I was being a little bit overboard with my illustration, she decided to take it a step further. How did she do that? How can you possibly take it a step further? Well, she released this next video of her making her kids call him daddy on camera. Yes, I know. Check it out.
Say, Aaron, Pierre, that's my daddy.
Aaron, Pierre, that's my daddy.
Yeah, Olivia, Aaron, Pierre, that's my daddy. Yeah, when y'all go back to school on Tuesday and somebody asks you who's your mom and your daddy, say Shannon, but then say Aaron, Pierre, that's my daddy. Everybody, Aaron, Pierre, that's my daddy. Yeah, Aaron, Pierre, that's my daddy. One more time. Hey, Aaron, Pierre, that's my daddy. Very good, very good.
And this is why I personally always say that when you guys think of marriages today and you see marriages that work in a way that you would not be comfortable with, it's usually the type of marriage that thinks stuff like this is funny. The type of marriage that we're in an equal partnership and we run the house together, right? My husband can take a joke, or they'll try to convince you that he's the man of the house and he's following all the instructions. And if you don't understand how those intersect and kind of tie in together, then, keep watching more content here on the Coffee Pot. It'll make sense. All right. Top comment. Wow. See, I'm actually happy to see that the top comment is someone just being blatant and honest and saying, this is so disrespectful. Somebody else here said, relax. You see, guys, this is why, are you going to say, Chisha? Yes, I am. This is why men are important. They think this whole thing's a joke. Relax. It's not that big of a deal. Here's another person who says, I think she is trying to manifest him. Manifest him into her life. Here's somebody else who says, Aaron Pierre, that's my father. Another person who says, Aaron Pierre reposted. He reposted it. Nah. I don't think so. Did he? No, I don't see him on here. I think maybe that person might just be talking. Somebody else who says, I don't think they were convinced. Another person who says, ABC to adopt me, Aaron Pierre. Oh, brother, this isn't okay. See, the men are chiming in and being like, there's no way a man who has any self-respect would be okay with this type of, the key word here is public humiliation. Sure, when you're in your own private time, people joke around. They'll send memes. They'll be funny. Sometimes you'll cross the line. But to get on here and publicly humiliate your husband like this is outrageous. It's nuts. So as I'm looking at this, I'm thinking to myself, not many husbands would be okay with this. And I found more people who were giving their take on this. One particular content creator is featured on the Coffee Pod a few times. Let's check it out.
Say, Aaron, Pierre, that's my daddy.
Aaron, Pierre, that's my daddy.
Yeah, Olivia, Aaron, Pierre, that's my daddy. Yeah, when y'all go back to school on Tuesday and somebody asks you who's your mom and your daddy, say Shannon, but then say Aaron, Pierre, that's my daddy. Everybody, Aaron, Pierre, that's my daddy. Yeah.
If this is what it means to be a real man, to be a provider man, to be an alpha man, to be a man that all the women want. I want no parts of it. I'll be the most beta sassy ass around this. Like the I told y'all, there's a lot more Travis Hunters walking around than y'all think there is. But let me guess, it's all jokes, it's all fun. He's just so secure, and he's just she know what he got at home, right? That's what y'all gonna run with. Just imagine a married man, hell, myself, right, getting on this very app, and I'm over here fangirling over stitch photoshopping my family portrait and taking my wife's face and replacing it with Taylor Rook's face, saying, "Oh, getting my kid, my son, my little raggedy son, and be running around all the time," and my daughter say, "Yeah, Taylor Rooks is my mommy." Like, really?
It's weird. It's weird. There's no other way of really looking at this other than it's weird. And I do think if a man did do that, come on, we already at this point we know the reactions would be crazy, right? The comments would be, "Please don't let this type of love find me," or all that shit they like to say.
Really? Wouldn't be all jokes and laughies, then would it? Like, do y'all not like the men y'all be with? Do y'all not be respecting the men? Like, what would make you get up? Like, is Clout that addictive to y'all? Is laughs and giggles from strange women who probably don't even have a man that important to y'all? Or y'all men just be built like Charmin that they just like they just let y'all do this shit? My wife would never. Like, not even as a joke, because we all know there's a little bit of truth. Like, she would be the same type of chick that would sit there and let Usher sit there and throw goddamn cherries at his show.
We had that conversation. Exactly.
Too many of these women think it's okay to do shit like this because, oh, it's a celebrity. It's all fun because it's a celebrity. If she'll do some shit, do and say shit like this, jokey over a celebrity, you don't think she... Okay. All right. Hey, hard head make a soft ass, though. But hey, I'm sure he's just a secure provider alpha man, and I'm just a beta sassy male.
All right, let's check out some of these comments. What do you guys think of what was said there? See what the people have to say. This first commenter says, "Imagine working a 13-hour shift and seeing your girl doing this." Man. Somebody else here says, "Be careful who you make baby mama." Let's see. Another person here added, "Provider men coming back to this." Here's the thing. It would be one thing. It would be something completely different if this was actually a baby mama. If this was like your baby mama doing this, or some bitter chick you used to deal with who had one of your kids, and you participated in that, obviously, and should have been more careful, and now you got to suffer the consequences. No. This is not that. This is a supposed wife, right? Another person here says, "Are we dead ass?" Another person here added, "May this love never find me." Another person here says, "Nah, because why in the F would Aaron Pierre go for someone with 3 whole kids?" Another person here added, "I rebuke this," so on and so forth. And so it's good to see that there are people here who kind of look at this and think that this is crazy. She actually responded and left what I think is the most cringe response that you could give to this whole situation. I'll let you guys hear it yourself.
Guys, it's me, the trifling deadbeat mother of Aaron Pierre's kids. On a side note, on some serious stuff, y'all don't know even what you're talking about. First of all, TikTok is not a real place. Let's just say that. I could tell you right now that Aaron Pierre reached out to me and said that he wanted to bring me and my family out to LA, and y'all would believe me, okay? So TikTok is not a real place. I could tell you whatever I want and you guys will believe me. 99% of the things that are shown on TikTok are not real. So that goes with saying that you don't know what you're talking about. Me and my husband plotted this out. We came up with this strategy before we even posted Aaron Pierre, that's my daddy, because he said it was genius and we would probably get some money for it. So I posted it, got 1 million views now, and guys are pushing it out. You're doing exactly what we said was going to happen. So the picture.
This is like the most middle school response to, yeah, you're doing exactly what I wanted you to do. It was all part of my plan. Stop, bro. Stop. You're on TikTok. You're on TikTok, man. You take it seriously, obviously so, because you're bragging about the video and the money you're going to make from that.
That I posted of my family and copied a face of Aaron's on it, because I can't believe y'all think that's real, and posted it. That is bringing attention by you saying that he deserves more and he deserves better. In the background, he's rubbing his hands like Birdman, waiting for that check to come in.
People get paid from TikTok. They do. I think I wouldn't say it's as lucrative as she's probably making it sound, that one video. I guess the question here is, when I was looking at the video, it got like what, 1 million views. Is your pride as a man, as a husband, worth a few $100s? I mean, even if the video got more views than that and made a few $1,000s, at what point are you willing to embarrass yourself to this extent? I'm just asking a general question here. How much is your pride worth? She's basing this off, you guys are playing right along. We plotted this. It would make us money. Why doesn't he? I'll tell you what, if it's true, then I need to see a video next where he's embarrassing her to the same extent. Then we'll be like, oh, okay, they just make fools out of each other in that household, right?
Like, do y'all understand how this works? So keep going. Please keep watching, keep reposting, keep commenting, keep dragging me, because it's only going to do what? Bring more attention to my page. See y'all on the other side.
It's funny because people think that attention is this thing that makes money, and it does. It does. But what's important is consistency, and you end up kind of being known for what made you go viral in the first place. What do you mean by that? I mean, if people start off doing pranks, for example, or let's say you're doing pranks on your husband, people know you for that. You'd be like, oh, there's the chick that does pranks on her husband. What is she doing now? Oh, embarrassing her husband again. Like, are you going to continue that? Is he ready for that? If so, shit. I'd agree with the fact that most men aren't willing to be in that type of a position.